light you are giving every day, the joy you are giving every day, that together we are succeeding in this small endeavor of our trying to study our glorious great grand Shrutimata Upanishads. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, 5th chapter, Tatpada, the Parabrahma Tattva, explained in its transcendental, immanent form for us to recognize its presence and also to be in touch with or awareness of that, and that mainly, and so much so that we have become so close in our experience with it, that reality we are reveling in, and all else we just know that it's a play going on. Then the Twampada, the Jiva, as beautifully it will be explained after 2 3 months in these Upanishads. Very rarely we find that. Yes, friends, as every day, our Vedic chanting, our common sense thought, our Sankalpa Prarthana, our Upanishad, Adhyanam, these are the things we do. Let us start. In Vedic chanting today, we do Yaschandasam Rushabho Vishwarupa mantra 3 times. That should be enough. Here, the Omkara Paramatma is being remembered, prayed, and we request him to give the capacity to hold. Through holding the Upanishadic Vedic mantras, the essence of them, the truth, the reality, which is our goal. Very beautiful. And in this endeavor, at the sadhana kala, all our faculties have to be intact. That also we pray to the Pranava Paramatma. ॐ यश्छन्दसां ऋषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया विहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ यश्छन्दसां ऋषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया विहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ यश्छन्दसां ऋषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ॐ शान्तिः 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 वन्स् मोर् ॐ यश्छन्दसां ऋषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्भमेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. We have done our Vedic chanting, friends. In our common sense thought today, very few small simple things which are so known to you all, wise people, you are all living a very beautiful life, and yet simple thought in me to share with you. First of all, maybe two things. First one is what? Throughout our life, whatever help of whatever the sort we get from the people, let us remember it as long as it is possible. Let us acknowledge, let us extend our gratitude to them, let us give them credit, at least outside, so that those people are happy as well as they're always in a good mood, unprompted to continuously do that good as they have done to us to others also. है ना? नहीं तो उनको लगेगा ये बेकार है, हम किसी का हेल्प नहीं करेंगे. That sort of mood they enter into. One point is this, key just don't be ungrateful to forget the favor done by everyone right from our childhood. So many hundreds, thousands have helped for our survival, for our so many of the achievements. In different quantities, in different qualities, in different ways and types and times, people went on helping us. So just be happy with that. Thank you to them. First one. Second is from our side also, throughout life, be in a mood of helping others, be in a mood of serving others as much as possible. है ना? But while doing so, if you do it out of any of expectation or selfishness, etc., then it becomes a punya to give us a result. But if we do it without any expectation or swartha, then it will lead for our antakarana shuddhi. And it is always advised that let us do all our sevas for our antakarana shuddhi only. Point 2. There should be no ambiguity whatsoever in this regard. That whatever I am doing is for the antakarana shuddhi. Be conscious about it. Right? Then see to it that any of these helps done that are for our antakarana shuddhi inside, that be attentive. Let us not claim anything from outside. In the sense, from those people, any favors, even the recognition also. Because people in this world are of different nature for different purposes. We don't know. And we are not the only ones who have helped them. Many people might have helped them more than us, in more touching way, appealing way. Right? And those people themselves may be at a lower level of maturity, therefore, they may not recognize or remember or even acknowledge our smaller helps done or even greater helps done. So they may forget. In some cases, not only they forget, all the good, great things we have done to them, the love we have poured, the services we have done, the favors we have done, the supports we gave, the inputs we gave, the initiations we gave, how much we might have done, but then there are plenty of chances that they may even not even say thank you, they may even forget. And among 10,000 helps we have done, one place because of no reason, even little bit, and you might have even not even consciously or willingly, but accidentally, let us say you have troubled them. You didn't want to trouble. है ना? Like you came, you asked me something. So I was very busy in other very important other work. So I might have not responded to you. The not that I want to disrespect you or disregard you or doesn't want to No, no. I want, but I am somewhere busy. But you may not be aware of that I am busy somewhere. I am answering to somebody else. There may be my guru or somebody is asked me to do something. At that time you came. I might have not responded to you well. Not that I have any disrespect to you or ill intention or any ego in me. But you may not like it. And you may keep it in you as impression. And with all the 10,000 helps taken from me, all of that you may forget. This one thing you may remember. And remember for decades together. That day when I went to Swamiji, he did not respond when I said Hari Om to him. Dekho, why this happens, you don't know. People are like that in this world. थोड़ा आप इतने सारे फेवर्स करो उनको, they don't remember. One or two things that are there, they may remember. While such things happen, we have to remember so many things. What is it? Be alert. How to go through such unexpected things when instead of thanking us for whatever the favors we have done, they only have that wrong feeling carried about us because of one incident. That's the power of Maya. That's the power of Ishvara's pariksha to us. That is where the meaning of Sukha Dukhe Same Krutva. Isn't it? Why we are told to be in Samasthiti is because of this reason. And you are surprised that after 20 years you meet that person and you have done so much in between that all good things done are forgotten. Love poured, helps, everything. But one thing they remember. So it's only to test us and to be more careful next time that not even giving that much chance also for that thing to happen. And even if it happens, not because of your any inadvertence or anything, what to do, you take it as your prarabdha getting exhausted. Like my prarabdha getting exhausted in you misunderstanding me, though I have not done anything wrong. Very consciously. Secondly, from the people, no, when they don't thank us, etc., they may not remember. And also, it was our runa to them that we had to give them something we give. Why should we claim and why should we expect that person even to remember? याद रखो हमेशा हर एक का अपना प्रारब्ध और अकॉर्डिंग टू हिज ओन सत्कर्मा एंड उपासना भगवान्स ग्रेस these two predominantly work. Of course, the samashti prarabdha, mutual prarabdha, etc. also. Right? So, in that person's prarabdha, maybe with our mutual prarabdha, and also as Ishvara wanted, at that particular time, we became means to help that person. It may be small help, it may be big. He deserved. So he got it. So he may not remember, like the one who's carrying or the taking off the plane, the pilot. He doesn't even know who are the passengers seated one by one. We also don't know him. But in the Samashti Prarabdha, he had to take us. So he cannot expect every one of him why you have safely landed us. Though it's a big thing, it's a life question. अगर वो ठीक तरह लैंड नहीं किया तो कुछ भी हो सकता था. But then that's how it happened. In the same way, in this Vishala Vishwa, in millions of jivas, few of us come together. Sometimes you help me, sometimes I help you. With our dignity and maturity, we can acknowledge it, we can extend gratitudes, we can try to reciprocate. All that in goodwill. Other than this, if you don't remember me, even recognize my thanks, my seva, helper, or even find some faults with me, I must have ability, courage to go through it without creating any dent in my mind and my loving relation to you. I should continue because my goal is to see the divinity everywhere. And all said and done, these all again are the discussions only at the Vyakti individual level, at the Antakarana level, at the karma phala level, at the vasana level, at the vritti level. Totally, all that is at the maya level, which is not at all our goal. In this way, till we realize the self, in every of the life, a million people come in our life, and we are in so many people's lives, and for this or that requirements, how much we help each other, ये तो endless saga है. Don't try to make an issue out of anything at all in life. Smile. Ourselves, we have to be grateful for even small help done. And that also, the divine only through them helped us. परमात्मा को स्मरण नहीं करना, नहीं तो किसी बंदे के अटैचमेंट में आ जाओ. Because the Paramatma we are remembering, again, don't be in that, missing that formality that you became the means for the Lord's grace to me. You also deserve my gratitude, respects. I do that. मेरे तरफ से. And if you have not, there are people like children at home. Throughout life, अगर आप देखोगे how much the parents do to them, but how many of the children recognize that invaluable service by the parents. They only remember some of the bitter experiences that the father has scolded or mother has scolded, or what I wanted they have not given on the time. Yeah, that's how the dunya is. That's their immaturity. With their immaturity, I cannot suffer. No, one of the good thoughts. I should not suffer anybody else's immaturity. Why should I suffer your ignorance, your immaturity? ठीक है, अपना औकात दिखा दिया आपने. That you are not matured, you don't even recognize what a great help I have done. That's your thing. So why should I suffer? Secondly, from my side, who am I to do the help? It is the Lord prompted me to do it that time. And in the founding of that person, thousands and thousands have helped. One of them is me. In turn, I also am benefited while going through that process. So how many things? One, when others help us, serve us, be grateful to them, even for smaller thing or bigger thing, so that our runa is not created. Second, that person is always in that inspiration to help others. Second point, we also should be ready to help in whatever the capacity we can. We are in different places, different abilities we are given, situations, circumstances we are put. जहाँ कहीं भी through our duties, through our abilities, through our talents, anyone we can help, कर लो. Do it. Second, third point, do it for your antakarana shuddhi. Fourth one, if the other person doesn't recognize, acknowledge it, don't feel hurt. They may not. कभी कभी लाइफ में ऐसा होता है ना, I helped somebody 10 years. Somebody else came and helped that person only for 1 month, 2 months, 1 or 2 hour issues. But he may get impressed by him more and he may leave me and go. दिस इज दुनिया. अब पूछो मत ये क्यों हो रहा है, कैसा हो रहा है, मैं क्या करूं. दुनिया ऐसा ही होता है. If you ask question to a question where there is no answer, you only suffer. That is how it happened, just accept it. And why you have to be attached to anyone? Why? Your goal is Paramatma, no? Not any individual. To teach us this lesson also, Paramatma makes it happen that you serve so much that they don't recognize. ये तो ऋण विमुक्ति होगा, एक ट्रस्ट होगा, एक ट्रेनिंग हो गया, एंड टीचिंग अस बाय द लॉर्ड कि ऐसा जिंदगी में होना है. And भगवान laughs and says, अरे बुद्धू, I am giving everything to the jivas. The upadhis I am giving, abilities I am giving, opportunities I am giving, everything. But they don't even recognize me also. Why are you worried? And through you, I only am doing whatever is done. Through them also I am doing. So don't become tu मैं यार मोर तोरत माया. तू मैं important नहीं होना चाहिए. To you or to him, I, the Lord, should be important. If the other person is not able to do that, you do it for yourself as your sadhana. For you, the primary is me. That's all Upanishad. मुझे याद रखो, not anything or anybody. And then another thing as a common sense thought, while all this drama is happening, observe the culprit, the mind. What sorts of play it is doing, emotions it's expressing, attachments it is developing, ragadvesha it is developing. Guard yourself against. And jab ka tap reject karte jana. This is a part of the total play going on, which is not a goal. It may be a means, but it is not the goal. My goal is to see in and through every person, every experience, every happening, only the divine presence. That's what I am being trained through all the study of Upanishads and all Shastras. I stick to that. है ना इस तरह से at the moment of required to be done we do, but after that na karta na karma na karma phala, none of them are remembered. It's all over. That's the meaning in Hindi of neki kar kuye mein dal. Do good and just forget it. Just be in the remembrance of the divine. Like this, life has to be with so much of maturity made simpler and easier. है ना? And never ever have any of personal attachment to anyone, any of the jealousies or anything. चलता ही रहता है दुनिया. And you don't expect anyone to love. You only give the love. And our expectation only one thing: realize that inner infinite self, the blissful, and stay in it. इसके अलावा कोई भी कुछ भी हेल्प कर लोगों से उसको कोई अंत नहीं होता, उसको कोई तृप्ति नहीं होता, वो फिर इट्स अनदर संसार. It's very terrible. You can never come out of it once you are caught up in that web. Drop that. Think about these very salient 4 5 things. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubihi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om Guru Pungava Pungava Ketanate. ओम ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतरो उपनिषदो आचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्ति सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता पुरोभिवृद्धि धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजय राम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्तितेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्ष विश्वे तस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म दिग्विजयाः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः. Friends, in the 5th chapter of the 4th mantra, we have to just see the second portion. The mantra, let us chant once. Om Sarvadisha Urdhvamadascha Tiryaka Prakashayan Vrajate Yadvanadvan Evam Sadevo Bhagavan Varenyah Yonisvabhavan Atitishthati Ekaha. We can this. Through Bhashyam, we are studying this mantra. We have gone through the whole thing, but little more missing. We will conclude that. We will see that. First of all, Sarvadisha means all directions. East, west, north, south, and the remaining 4. Urdham, the above. Adaha, the below. Then, Tiryag means the left and right. All these directions, Prakashayan, so Atma Chaitanya Jyotisha Prakashayan, Prakashate Brajate. By his own self-effulgent consciousness, he illuminates all these directions. Who? The Paramatma Tattva, who is the topic of discussion not only in all Upanishads, but should be the only topic of discussion and the subject or object of pursuit for all of us for liberation. So that Paramatma is prakashayan, prakashate, bhrajate. So he is the one who is illuminating all the directions because of his self-effulgence, which is called as Atma Chaitanya Jyoti. Atma self, Chaitanya consciousness, Jyoti light. The light of self-consciousness, the light of consciousness of the self or his own self. So, by this, what we have to expand it, we understand is you and I are directions with our eyes. Sometimes listen the sounds also because of the ears from all directions is equal to all perceptions of the entire world coming from whatever the directions. When they are received by our faculties, the senses, then these are the objects, these are the directions in which they are there. These concepts are made in our intellect, in our mind. So, who is the one who is illuminating those directions and whatever the objects or the perceptions that are there in the directions through the senses and the mind? Who is illuminating all of them? That is the consciousness. That is Paramatma. So, the word, one of the important not to be missed in discussing this is Sarva. So, whether it is the absence of all directions or all directional objects in the Nidra, whether the presence of the subtle direction in the Swapna or the so-called gross objects in all directions of all sorts, at all times, throughout the day, in all our experiences, whatever they are, that are perceived by our faculties and the antakarana are prakashayan prakashate, are illuminated by the self-effulgent Paramatma Tattva. So therefore, sadhana is when we attend to all of them with whatever the value given in Ragadvesha, we miss to see this conscious self. When we detach from them with our discretion and wisdom, what is the discretion and wisdom? We want to recognize and identify the consciousness which is illuminating all of them. With discretion and wisdom, when we detach from them and focus on this, then we realize Paramatma. It being not an object, it being me, the subject. Other than this way, that self cannot be explained in any other way. And self-defined and explained, God-defined, explained is not complete. Divine or self is experiential only. This is the meaning of Sarvadisha Urdhvamadascha Tiryak Prakashayan Rajate Paramatma. Example is Anadvan. Surya Yatha. Yes, he is self-effulgent, he is illuminating all directions. We are also the central core in my heart, the pure conscious self, conscious of itself and illuminating all the drama that's happening in my faculties, whether it is antakarana or the indriyas, and through them all directions, and in all directions all objects, whatever they are there, all things that are there, not only in direction, even in time, the time also. इन सारे देशों में, सारे कालों में, सारे वस्तुओं में कौन है सब कुछ पहचान रहा है, and that is that self. That's how we have to catch it. Okay. ज्योतिषा यदु अनड्वान आदित्य वद इत्यर्थः. Okay. यथा अनड्वान आदित्यः जगचक्रावभासन युक्तः एवं in this. Now one by one, glorious adjectives of this Paramatma. Though he is beyond all adjectives, but for us to understand glory, his glory, and give all that credit to him, so that our undue value given to the world because of which we are attached to the world, we are freed from. One, Saha Devaha is Dyotana Svabhavaha. He is that Lord Dyotana Svabhavaha whose nature is Dyuti the Prakash. Now listen, if the Atma Chaitanya Prakasha is not there, can we become aware of anything? Without being aware of anything, can we interact in anything? All our interactions are possible because of the first and foremost thing called as we are aware of it, whether it is dream or waking. Therefore, if the awareness is the first and foremost reason for our all interactions. Should we not give him the credit? Heart in heart. That's the meaning of द्योतनवान देवा. अरे उनके बिना तो कोई हो ही नहीं सकता, तुम उनको क्रेडिट नहीं दे रहे. Deva. This Deva only we put in the form of the outer Devatas because we are looking at outside. तो पहले हमको देवता को बाहर पहचानवाते. Thereafter we are told that Devata is not outside. He is there inside only as the consciousness. यत् चक्षुषा न पश्यति येन चक्षुंषि पश्यति तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि नेदं यदोपासते इत्यादि. You got the point? So Devaha, Devatanavan, the lesson to be learned from it is give credit to that consciousness in whose presence only all illumination, followed by that all transactions, interactions, experiences that are possible. Second one is Bhagavan. I am explaining the third and fourth lines. Evam Sadevo Bhagavan Varenya. Yoni Swabhavan Aditishtatyeka. Crucial shloka or portion we are trying to digest. So Evam in this way, Saha Devaha, that Paramatma, the Prakasha Swarupa Aditivan, because of whose presence only subsequently everything is happening. Let us give credit to him. That's the meaning of this word Evam Sadeva. Second, Evam Saha Bhagavan. He is Bhagavan, is Aishwaryadi Narayana Samanvitaha. Aishwaryadi Samanvita means all the abilities each of us which we have, all of them basically belong to him. ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य, धर्मस्य समग्रस्य, यशसः समग्रस्य, श्रियः समग्रस्य, ज्ञानस्य समग्रस्य, वैराग्यस्य समग्रस्य. To put in short, everything you and I as an individual possess, चाहे इच्छा शक्ति, ज्ञान शक्ति, क्रिया शक्ति इस भाषा में बोलो और any of the देहेंद्रिय शक्ति बोलो, they all basically belong to him. See, first was Devaha. Without his Chaitanya, without the Atma Chaitanya, nothing can happen. First. Second, with the presence of Atma Chaitanya, all faculties are functioning. In the faculties, whatever the powers are there, Bhagavan, that all belong to him only. That's why Tera Tujko Arpada, Kya Lage Mera. But again, in between, we bring Rama and Krishna, etc., for us to train ourselves to give credit to him, not to anyone. Thereafter, that Rama Krishna also nothing but the pure consciousness only in us. Who is the Bhagavan? Because of his presence only, all of that. That ability to understand and accept that it is a pure conscious Paramatma because of whom all faculties have their own abilities. So, सीधा नहीं दिखता. Like in the electricity or in the petrol, you don't see that direct power or ability, which are expressing in their presence. But because of, without their presence, it cannot happen. Like in the electricity, you don't see the glowing of bulb or a movement of the fan. But without electricity, the fan can't move, bulb cannot glow. Knowing this, giving that credit to the electricity that because of you only bulb is glowing and the fan is moving, that's our ability. That's our maturity. So to Paramatma सीधा ये नहीं करते, but उनके प्रेजेंस में सब हो रहे हैं, इसलिए सब क्रेडिट उन्हीं का होना चाहिए. So that the credit is not given to the world, not given to me. And if the credit is given to the world and me, the unnecessary attachments, all this nonsense comes up. To avoid that, he is the Bhagavan. Because of these two, in his illumination, everything is happening, and everything is happening because of the powers, because of him only. सब कुछ उन्हीं का है, मैं बोल रहा हूँ, तो ये उन्हीं का शक्ति है. Not only me, any being that speaking in the world is his power. I am walking. I say my legs are walking. But if the Lord is not there in me, can I walk? So my walk is happening because of him. Therefore, not only my walk, in this universe, anybody is walking, it is because of him. That's the meaning of understanding word Bhagavan. Because of these two now, who should be prayed? Who should be respected? Who should be invoked for the grace? Isn't it? He alone. Therefore, the third word given to me is Varenya is equal to Varaniya is equal to Sambhajaniya. In that bhajana, now the devotional aspect comes, both the things. For one, O Lord, I thank you for whatever you have given. Second, O Lord, I pray to you for the other things to give me. Isn't it? If he is a worldly person, he will ask for the worldly things. So आप अब तक जो देना था भगवान आपने दिया, आगे जो मुझे चाहिए वो आप ही दोगे. A worldly person. A spiritual person says same prayer, but his requirements are different. Like I say, oh Lord, you only brought me to this Guru and Guru Parampara and Shastra. You only are giving me that ability to study, talk on classes, talks on such Upanishad. As a result, the clarity about the presence of the conscious blissful self I am getting. So far, you have blessed me. The further, the deep understanding, acceptance of the self, and that alone as reality. And then the total desire only to realize it. Oh Lord, give me. Then the ability to realize it, give me. And then opportunity. As a spiritual seeker, he is Varenya to me in this way. I thank him for whatever he has given me so far, and I ask him what I want future. That's the meaning of Yame Vaisha Vrunate Tena Labhyaha Taseshatma Virunate Tano Swa. That pure conscious self, from that Paramatma. Anything else you want of the worldly things, that also come. You ask for realization, that also comes. That's why in Katha Upanishad, taking that Bhagavan as Omkara, etadalamanam sreshtam etadalamanam param etadalamanam jnatva brahmaloke mahiyate or yo yedichate tasya tato. The worldly person desires the worldly things and he prays to Rama and Krishna, one another than the pure Paramatma. Only the spiritual person, he asks for the spiritual glow. But in either case, he is the Varenyam Sambhajaniyam. So, Varaniyaha Sambhajaniya. हो गया? Now the last line. Yoni Swabhavan Aditishthati Ekaha. This is explained in two ways. First, Yonihi Swabhavan Aditishthati. Second is Yoni Swabhavan Aditishthati. First meaning, first we will see. Yoni means he himself is a Yoni. Then this becomes the fourth quality that is explained about the Lord in this sloka. The first one is Devaha, second is Bhagavan, third is Varenya, now fourth is Yoni. So Yoni means Karanam of what? Krutsasya Jagataha. Such Lord who is the cause of the entire universe, what is he doing? Swabhavan Aditishthati. Which are the Swabhavan? Swa means one's own. Bhava means expressed. The word Swabhava means Swa Atma Bhutan. Which are the Swa Atma Bhutan? Prithiviyadin Bhavan. So Yoni is the Sarvasya Jagata Karanam. Swabhavan, those which are expressed out of him, called as Prithiviyadi. He is Aditishthati, he supports. This is the meaning when you say Yoni different, Swabhavan Aditishthati. Same thing. Yoni Swabhavan means here the Paramatma is not mentioned. All the subtle causes for the gross causes, that gross effects that are mentioned. So this Yonihi Karanam Swabhavan Aditishthati Prithiviyadin Aditishthati. The Yonihi Sarvasya Karanam Paramatma Sarvan Bhavan Aditishthati. That was the first meaning. Second is Yoni Swabhavan. पूरा एक मिलकर बोलोगे तो उसका अर्थ हो गया योनि स्वभाव कौन है, अथवा योनि स्वभाव मीन्स कारण स्वभावान, मीन्स कारण भूतान. कारण स्वभाव मीन्स जो कारण है, जिनका स्वभाव बीइंग ए कारण. The one whose nature is to become cause. Which are they? Again same things. Bhutan Prithiviyadin. So Yonihi Swabhavan or Yoni Swabhavan. In both cases, the Swabhavan is Prithiviyadi only. In the Yonihi Swabhavan means he is the Karanam of everything. In the Yoni Swabhava, those Panchamahabhut ही जो बाकी आगे वाले जगत के कारण है. What the Lord is doing all of them? Aditishthati. Our underlining point is Aditishthati. Aditishthati means what? Niyamayati. He is the one in whose presence everything is happening. But he is the one who is Niyamayati. Finally, Ekaha, Advitiyaha, Paramatma. That one Paramatma is without second. In this way, we have to train ourselves to see the presence of Paramatma and all credit is his own. Right? And continues in the next mantra, beautiful way. Two more mantras talk about the Paramatma. Then the beautiful mantra, seventh, जिसमें the Jiva is explained. यहाँ जो definition explanation मिलता है जीव का और कहीं नहीं मिलता. Our identity, who am I as a Jiva, that I am going to study in next 1 or 2 days in that mantra. Don't miss it. We'll stop here. Just study for some time Gita also. Om 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 Purnamada Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Namaha Tat Sat Brahma Arpanamastu.